Hello YouTubers, just wanted to catch you all up, let you see that I'm still here, believe it or not. I had a heart attack on April the 24th of this year, and right now I'm in the beginning stages of recovery, and it was a pretty good disaster for us. I wasn't expecting it. First of all, I was going to the bathroom. It's about 3:30 in the morning, and I went and was going back to the bedroom, and I passed out or blanked out and hit one of the doors on my cabinet. When I came to, I tried to walk to the bedroom out of the bathroom, and I tripped and fell again and hit my head right up here on the door jamb. And there wasn't anything I could do about it. It did knock the marbles loose. So I did have that problem. I got into the hallway. I headed for the bedroom. My wife was up by this time, and I fell and hit a piece of furniture and broke the corner off of it with the same head. And this time it smashed my watch and my glasses, and I did make it into the bedroom, and I could feel pressure on my chest about 4 times, but by the 5th time there was such a pressure it felt like a 20-ton elephant sitting on my chest. And about all I had time to do was holler for my wife to dial 911, which she did, and I passed out, and I woke up at Decatur Memorial Hospital on the 5th floor, which is the ER, and I ended up there about 3 weeks. And I don't remember much of the 3 weeks, other than the fact that when I arrived there, I had gray skin, blue lips, my eyes were fixed and dilated, and I was staring at the ceiling. Now, technically that's what they call flatline. Anybody out there needs to know what a flatline is. That means you're dead. And I was that way. But for some reason they kind of used what they call a drain cleaner type of thing to unblock the clogs. And when they unblocked the clogs, it allowed the blood to flow through, and I was revived for quite a while there, but I was kind of blanked. I mean, I couldn't remember who anybody was, or president, or where I lived, or anything. So it did blank me out for a while. About a week later, I kind of came to, and was able to identify some people, and they took me down to the next floor, which took me out of the critical care and put me into what they call protective care. And down there I was able to learn to do a little bit of therapy, like walking and do some talking, and I was able to kind of put things together. And when I learned all that and how to take a bath again, they shipped me out to a nursing home. Now I had to stay in that nursing home for rehab for about another 3 to 4 weeks, and we had trouble getting released because the doctor seemed to want to keep me there, and I didn't want to stay there. I was able to start walking again to some degree. I had a wheelchair is what I started out with, and I graduated from the wheelchair to a walker and to a cane, or 2 canes, and now I'm down to 1 cane. And sometimes without the 1 cane I can walk on my floor in the kitchen area here without any assistance. So I'm gradually improving, and yes, Shelley, I do agree with you. Aries do have a tendency to kick butt. That's all there is to it. We like to kick butt, and that's what we're here for, I guess. But I made it so far. I lost a few more teeth because they had me on a machine up there on the 5th floor where they had to put like a funnel down my throat, and so I got this whisper noise from that. And in the process they were worried that all of the parts I had were shutting down. One was the bowels, the kidneys, the liver had some damage, and so I had to go into what they call kidney dialysis. And that's one reason I had to go to the nursing home, because they could transport me a lot easier from the nursing home to the dialysis place, and so I used that. But I wanted to thank everybody on that 5th floor, because without them I probably wouldn't even be here. And there's a lot of young nurses up there that were dedicated and hardworking. that pulled me through. And I really wanted to thank them because I know they're now on my channel. They watch me all the time. And so I wanted to dedicate a little bit to them. And also on the 4th floor, they did the same thing. They were a great bunch of nurses up there, and I couldn't have made it without them. When I went to the nursing home, there was a lot less of them because the problem with nursing homes today is they have more patients than they have nurses for. So you don't get the attention in a nursing home that you do in a hospital, but I did get some therapy, and I wanted to thank the guy downstairs for helping me out, figuring out what happened to my head. And what it is when I hit my head, they have like this marbly stuff in your head to keep your geometry straight. In other words, north, south, east, west, keep your head up, keeps you from falling forward or backwards. But when I hit those door jambs, it loosened these marbles up and threw them up into what they call the inner ear. And he discovered that that's what had happened, and that's one reason why I have trouble walking today up and down, because I have a tendency to fall forward all the time. So that's what we're trying to get over right now. But I am released from the nursing home. I did want to thank everybody for helping save me. I mean, that just was unbelievable. But they now are part of my channel, so I wanted to thank them for watching a lot and keeping me going for that couple of months. And so anyway, I was able to at least celebrate my wife's birthday this last Sunday, which she turned 16. That's she going behind the camera there. But she's not too far behind me. But yeah, it was really quite an ordeal. And so she did to celebrate her birthday. I wanted to make sure I stayed at home for that. I had a friend of mine that came by. He was a trucker friend of mine, and his name's Terry. And he came by and celebrated the birthday with us. I've had quite a bit of family members stop in at the nursing home and wish me the best. And I couldn't dial out on YouTube because of the electronic interference in the hospitals. They don't like to have you try to email or run a computer or anything through their systems, because it can foul up their systems and they got to keep track of a lot of other people. So I can understand that. So it takes a while for your head to get back together, so that's what I've been trying to do here lately, is pull things together and try to get back on and see what we can develop from this point on. Now, as of April 24th, I had to go out of the cleaning business, actually, because at that point I had a hard time concentrating for very long periods of time. I do have a lot of trouble walking at this stage of the game. I bloated up real bad, so I've gained a lot of weight from the waist down, and that hurts a lot because you can't get down and can't get up. And so I'm going to have to change careers. So right now at this point, a new journey is probably going to end up starting all over again, and we'll see where we can go from here. And who knows where that new journey will take you. I mean, you just never know. So maybe we can see each other out on the road yet. I've been told that if I can keep improving as well as I have, that there may be a day that I can go think about RVing again and be able to drive something. So right now my wife's doing the driving, and thank goodness for her, she got her driver's license. And so we were able then to be transported around and everything else without having the public transit do it for us. So she's now driving me around town and making sure I see all the doctors and appointments I have to see. And this whole last week we've been very, very busy doing just exactly that. So that's one reason why there's been such a big delay here. It took 2 months just to get out of the rehab, and it's taken about a week to run down new doctors, family doctors, and take tests and get medications, and now they put me on new medications. So I got all kinds of new stuff here that I have to take now every day. So that's something I'm going to have to take in the future. Now I'm going to leave the other memo about the heart attack open because I wanted to see if there was any comments or questions that of what I saw on the other side. and it's going to be separate than what I'm doing right now. And if you have any questions, yes, I'd be glad to answer them on that heart attack video that I made. It's kind of a short, blanky, without any audio or video or anything. And if you have any questions, I can comment on that one video and explain, you know, what was on the other side, if anybody is interested. Now, being religious or not, it doesn't make any difference. There is two sides to every coin, and there's two sides to life and death. And I did get the chance to see the other side. So if you have any questions about it, you can comment in the comment section and down below, and I'll try to answer all the questions that you have on it. So, but this one is just for a thank you, and I'm letting you know that I'm in recovery, and life's starting to go on for us, and hopefully I can keep improving to the point where I can start driving again, and that will be nice. But yes, I will have to find a new profession. But thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for still subscribing. I sure appreciate it. Thank you.